Strange American, what a good day. It's a Friday night here. We're all sharing a little whiskey.
I need
cheers.
some, actually. I'll get some in a minute.
And we have a very exciting guest. I've watched your content a lot on YouTube's. I believe that you have 1.55 million subscribers. The one and only Jared the Outlaw.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. You don't have to lie.
Did you just make yourself sound like a boomer? You called it the YouTube.
The YouTubes.
Hey, I watched you on the YouTubes.
I think we start this off with, I met Outlaw at Granger Smith's music video shoot. He's an entrepreneur himself. We'll get into that as well. But we didn't know each other, didn't really know our channels. And we realized that we were competing for the #1 spot on comedy on Valentine's Day 2 years ago. Because you'd released a song and so had I. And it was back and forth on
I remember that.
#1.
I remember that.
Yep.
It was solid.
And then we decided that we would let him go ahead and have his days, and we won't release on the same
Right.
because that competition is just.
We've shared a couple texts. Hey, what's your release date, bud?
Schedule it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's been exciting because so how did you even get started on YouTube? I looked up your bio a little bit because I honestly do not know a lot about you other than you dip. You're a hillbilly, which is right up into my avenue of friendship. So did you just one day decide to let's publish some shit on YouTube?
Yeah, it was. Well, I've been. I think this is like my 13th year on YouTube.
You've been around a while.
I started like the first year that YouTube started.
Like 2007.
2007. I mean, they started in 05, but 07 is whenever it kind of started popping up. You couldn't even make money back then.
Yeah.
And I was big into acting. I mean, I still am. But when I was a kid, I was doing a bunch of acting stuff. And then I just kind of hated the whole environment of.
Yeah, you don't need to tell us.
Weird.
Yeah. We're picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah, we got it.
So anyways, I decided to just do it all myself and kind of start a YouTube channel. And that's when it all went down. But I was doing it before you can make money. And then in 15, 16 is when you could start to kind of make money. And then I was up in Alaska at the time. I was a commercial fisherman up there for salmon.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Yep. And so I was working
That's
up there.
hard work, dude.
It was so hard that the second time I went up, I was like, yeah, I can't do this no more. I'm
you see,
I'm going to try to be a YouTuber now.
When I really have a hunkering for salmon, I just go down about 6 miles to the old HEB, and they just got it sitting right there.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why you were working so hard for that salmon.
Well,
listen, you've been eating salmon for a long time. There's a high probability that you ate one of his caught salmon from Alaska.
Possibly. A lot of our stuff went to Japan, but I mean,
trash bags of salmon.
You won't believe. You can't. Now, I'm guessing y'all have had king salmon before.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So king salmon up there, fresh off the boat, right when you put it in the boat, filleting it up is like
sushi?
the best.
You go
best thing I
straight
ever had.
sushi, sashimi?
No, well, we did a couple times, but I mean, just anyway, it's good. And
Sounds delicious.
Yeah, sounds
that,
kind
we
of
call it the
kind
Red
of want an
Bull.
Alaska trip now.
Yeah.
Would you guide?
Would I guide?
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
I
we go
would
to
guide.
Alaska?
I mean, I did more on the commercial front. I go up every year. I didn't go this year. Right now is when it's perfect. June, July is when the salmon run, and it's really good right now.
I know how tuna are caught. How do they catch salmon?
So salmon, you can put herring. The way we used to do it. You say what?
Like troll lines, or you?
Yeah,
like
you can troll.
Okay.
So what we would do is we would be on we were on the Iliamna River, and there's the Kenai River, the Iliamna, and there's
Beautiful part of Africa.
yes, exactly. That's what it sounds like.
Starts with an I.
But we would basically be on a I don't even know what they call them, but like a drift boat, like an aluminum drift boat. This is how you catch them without a net, and then you just kind of drift down the river with rods kind of hanging out the side. You put some type of cork on with. We would put like a herring. We would feed like a lead line through a herring with like a treble hook on the back.
Okay,
and they would just come up and smash that, and then you would get them. When you troll like that, I mean, you can get a big one, but you're getting 15, 20 pounders, which is great.
And that's what you're doing. You're 4 or 5 lines in at a time.
Yeah.
And you're just pulling in 15, 20 pounders.
When you're the first year I did set netting, which set netting is all by hand.
Yeah.
So you watch Deadliest Catch and stuff like that. Like they do a summer series or something. And you'll see these guys out salmon fishing. They use gill nets or purseine boats. We use set netting, so you set the net by hand. So you're you set a set line between 2 buoys. We were doing this in the Cook Inlet in Alaska, and we would have 2 buoys, and then you'd have a set line that was like a guitar string, like that tight.
Okay.
You got to go against the tide. Well, All these experts out here are going to say, oh, you're supposed to go with the ebb or you're supposed to go with the flow. I can't even remember. It's been too long. But you basically got to haul ball. You tie the net to one end and then you haul balls across the other end. And then that's what sets the net.
And then, is it stationary, the net?
Yeah. Just
and they just swim into it and then you pull the net?
Because it's the salmon run and they're just everywhere.
You catch other fish in there?
Yeah. You'll catch a bunch of flounder, which are good for nothing. No.
Oh.
I mean, they're stuck in the net.
I don't know. Like, they might still be alive.
They're dead.
Yeah, they're in the
I watched Forrest Gump, and when they caught the shrimp, they threw like the crabs and the other things.
Yeah. Well, they're using a different net. This one's straight up like it's hooked. It's hooked and they're good. So you got to pick them out. So it's a lot of mending. So I learned how to mend.
You're a professional mender.
Yep. So I can mend. It's been a while, but I can do it.
And then you're like pants. I need brought up a little bit.
You're like I can do all this manual labor or talk shit on the interwebs and get paid as well.
Yeah. So I mean, the second year I went up, I did gill netting, and the captain who I had at the time started getting arthritis. It started getting a little.
We got cocks and roosters and everything else.
We in the country, boy.
He lives on a farm.
It's kind of like a ghetto farm.
I like it, man.
The animals are free range.
And he's only got a disease once from the chickens.
Yeah, if you look behind you, you see the nice seating at the trash pile.
Oh yeah.
The lumber yards. Beyond yonder.
Yeah. I dig it, man. I dig it. But anyways, whatever I was saying. Oh, I was saying
gill lines.
I was
mending and gill lines.
What's back on topic. I don't know what a gill line is. I need to
know.
Gill net.
Yeah. But my captain up there started getting arthritis real bad. He was starting to, all right, I want you to run the boat now. And it was like, you're in it for life. And I kind of just didn't see myself going that direction. So I kind of stayed home the next season.
Because you said acting as well. You were in a movie in 2018. We
kind of did the same thing y'all did with
crowdfunded it too.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Okay.
Same thing.
How'd it turn out?
It turned out good. Yeah, it was kind of like a slapstick comedy about our dip company that we have.
Well, I need to see this now.
What's it called?
Yeah, Dip Run.
Dip Run.
Yeah,
that's right.
It's great. I mean, just get blitzed, please.
I'm gonna do a whole
box. That's what I said in Range 15. Like, get high if it's legal in your state. Exactly, maybe drink some whiskey.
Oh yeah,
whatever.
if it's legal. Apologize. Yeah. Forgot we're live right now, but yeah. So that's the movie. Oh, the acting. Yeah. So we did when I was a kid, I was big into acting. So like the Broadway plays. So I was big into plays.
Oh, wow.
Did you sing? Were you that kid?
I did.
You probably a little cute little blonde-haired boy. You had to dodge those Hollywood types, those fucking creepers out there. Dude.
I got the girls back then, boy. Then I grew into my face, and but it was when I was a kid. I did like 35 plays all around.
Can you reenact one right now for us?
Oh, no, I don't.
Yeah, come on. You did Fiddler on
Soliloquy,
the roof.
monologue.
You had to do Fiddler.
I didn't do Fiddler. I did. It was like parodies.
Did you do Cats?
That's why I think I've done so many parodies. Yeah, but I tried out for Lion King, the Broadway play.
Oh wow!
And I got to like the final 3. And
who were you going to be?
Simba, young Simba.
Shut up! That's a big role.
Yeah, I was
those are big paws to fill, dude.
And that's what.
Sorry, Dad jokes. I had to.
That is a lion pun right there, my friend. You didn't know you were walking into a lion pun today.
I'm sure I'll run into a couple more. But yeah, we had.
He isn't lying.
There was a.
Keep bringing it back.
Keep going.
We're gonna claw our ways back to more.
I'm trying to think of one right now. I'm a little slow.
Yeah.
But that's whenever I started to realize that it was like kind of crazy. Like Hollywood was kind of a little, I mean, it's not Hollywood, it's Broadway, but it's still same.
That sounds even crazier.
Yeah.
Like Broadway sounds like it's one step up from pageant moms.
Yeah, it is. No, that's what I'm talking. It's the moms that get crazy. My mom was just like, drop me off in downtown Denver, like, oh yeah, go ahead. And I'm like 9.
What are you doing?
It's in one of these blocks. Just find it.
And then like all these other moms are just like, okay, yeah. No, with their kid. And I'm just like, I'm standing in line by myself. I'm like 9 years old or something, however old I was. And I'm just like, what's going on, man?
I've always been curious about the psychology of a parent that is so forceful of putting their kids reluctantly into into that
I don't even know my kids are here half the time they are.
No, we're talking about real parents.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so you just started doing parody stuff on YouTube because you've been successful. You do a lot of music stuff, which is cool. I know you just did a cover of that Justin Bieber song.
Gummy, yeah. Yummy, called Gummy, yeah.
It's entertaining to watch. I mean, was that always a part kind of coming from your Broadway days into doing music now, or you're just like,
Broadway
fuck it?
days.
The Broadway days, man.
So back in your Broadway days, there was no Broadway days.
Back in the Broadway, no,
I
definitely there was a time of his life. Those were Broadway days.
Yeah,
you're not getting out of it.
You're like the
we
backup.
just
had to claw my way out.
We just made you a shirt that says Broadway days.
Yeah, there we go.
The backup quarterback for Simba, pretty much. Dude.
I think it's always been in my blood. Like I think it was. I think a little bit of like when I was a kid, I was like I always wanted to be the center of attention. You know. I think everybody
don't know what that's like.
That.
I hate
Jared's definitely not like that.
But like when I was a kid, I would just like. I remember my parents would bring people over, and I just wanted to like perform. I just wanted to like do something to make them laugh. And I think that's where I like really found where I was like, okay, I like making people laugh. Like I don't want to like make people cry or sing in front of everybody, even though I did, and I was pretty dang good at it. You can find it on VHS.
That's what you should do. You should do on one of your vlogs, reacting to your.
No,
Broadway
I think
days.
I think what we
old
should
ones.
do is we should charge ourselves with a competition that says the four of us have to write a play and perform it.
Oh yes,
We've always
down with that.
We've always had
I'm-
this. Remember, we had a musical idea. We've always wanted to do a musical where
musical.
the general concept was, back in the single days, was having a one night stand, but then the girl won't leave her house, and so you wake up and it's like, "Good morning, sunshine."
She won't just leave. I don't
she's
know
like,
why
"Dude,
she's
hey."
cooking.
Yeah,
I don't know
she's
why
like,
y'all are laughing. I think that's a great idea.
I think it'd be great.
do.
I think it is too.
'Cause
I
she's-
think if we write the play and then we perform it in a city,
Yeah.
that's when it gets filmed.
Like,
is
what
we've performed
Perform it to a live
Like
audience.
what did the South Park guys do? The Mormon,
the Book of Mormon.
Yeah, we could take it on tour, dude.
I love
Let's
that.
wait this play.
Let's do it.
She's just
Corona's
like,
almost over.
I'm
We're good.
cooking you eggs. He's like, why the fuck is there a toothbrush in my bathroom? The whole little move-in strategy.
Yeah, I know. What is it about? Is it about fishing?
We could do it about that, and then
Fishing,
we could
one
just
night.
we could bring it we could bring it all together at the end. Like each person has their own story, and then it's like we all meet and
We all
have sex
intersect.
at the end.
Yeah. There we go.
I like
in a
that.
group setting.
Yeah.
Gonna sell to tens of hundreds of people. It's gonna be
Yeah, we're gonna
awesome.
pack
Tens-
all.
But we'll have
94
fun.
seats.
But we'll have
But
fun.
to get up and do a play that is just one of those, we've all had a single here that has gone to #1 in a category. We both released a movie. The next step is for us to release a play.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, and we're going to join forces. Is it okay if I talk
Yeah,
about it?
go
a bit?
ahead.
We're joining forces on a song. It's supposed to come out July 4th, but you know how the
Now
world
you're
works
going to
sometimes.
Veterans
Yeah.
Day.
Is it, Veterans Day?
No, it's
Okay, good, 'cause I was-
Veterans Day.
Yeah.
No,
Fuck, I have a song coming out on Veterans Day.
you do.
Before
We'll figure it
Veterans
out.
Day.
Yeah.
What?
You just launched it
Yeah, the
before?
day before.
Yeah, Veterans Day is November 11th, and I think it's a Friday.
Yeah, it's best to
Yeah.
launch
It's a
good
song
publishing day.
on the 9th.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll get it out soon.
So
I think
did
we should
math.
just finish it and just release it.
That's what I
The
think.
world needs
Let's
it
just
right now.
finish
Yeah.
it.
I think the world needs it right now because the song is pretty. It's Americana.
It's a hard hitter. It is. You write catchy shit.
Well, I think. Well, him and
Yeah, that
we didn't
song
get-
made me feel thick.
Oh. yeah.
You
I
had,
like to
you
hear
had
that one.
cheeseburgers.
I'm putting
before.
that right there. Jared made me feel thick.
Yeah. Can I
gonna
be
put
on
that
the
in the trailer
accolades
and
reviews?
It's a cool. Anytime you hear a dope chorus from me, and you're like, "Wow, Matt's got some vocal cords." Jared's just singing those nice harmonies in the back, and I just overlay
Are you
them.
getting on it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
we wrote the one on FaceTime.
Yeah.
Every song I do is usually with Jared. 'cause
We got it. You
Yeah,
guys
we
got
like
it.
those
track that
harmonies.
one as soon as you
just,
want.
Let's finish it now.
Okay.
And let's just release it.
Let's go.
I mean, this is the hype for it right now. We got to just do it.
Yeah.
I'm
We can
down.
have it done by the time this airs.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm
What is-
down. Home
what-
studio. Let's go.
Boom.
and then I'll just come back down in a couple weeks and we'll just film a music video.
Come
We got to
with
do a
an
video
over
for
you.
it.
Oh, yeah, for
I just
sure.
feel like, well, I don't want to talk too much about it.
just
Y'all
do
see.
Y'all gonna see.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna see.
The reason why though that we're doing a song together now, we didn't get into it, or did we? That we just we were just kept competing on the charts, on
Right.
the comedy charts.
I mean, honestly,
on
there's
Val-
only if
You're
you
like
really
Nicki
think about-
Minaj, and I'm the other stripper. chick.
The only competition
Fat
on
ass.
comedy charts,
Cardi,
and we've
Cardi,
we've
yeah.
purposely released a single the day that Lonely Island put out their album, and we were fucking whooped their ass.
Yeah, we
You did?
Yeah, we did.
That's good stuff. And they haven't
it's-
released anything in a while,
And,
have they?
it's
It's a while
them, Little Dicky, us, and you.
Yeah.
Like those are the only ones that
and Weird
kinda-
Al every once in a while.
like John LaJoy, but he hasn't put anything out.
oh
in a
man, he
while.
didn't put anything out.
God, and how
He
long?
was John LaJoy
Yeah, he
was
had
like
a song last year.
Oh,
that
he
he
did?
just
Did he?
that he just threw.
he
up.
was beginning of YouTube.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Remember,
he's
He was,
OG.
show me your genitals.
Vagina?
Show me your genitals.
Show me vagina
Genitals.
equals MC vagina.
Oh, is
Can't
that
put
guy
my
that used to
fist
do?
in your college
Yeah.
degree? Can't put my fist
Yeah.
in your personality.
Yeah,
Show me your genitals.
He was
And
good.
then he also
That was
did
fire
the,
back in the day, yeah.
I'm just a regular, everyday, normal guy.
yeah.
Got $8 in my checking account, motherfucker.
That's when YouTubers had like 1 million subs, and people were like, "Holy shit,
Yeah.
this dude is."
Well, I remember when I
insane.
started, dude. When I started, I think her name was Lisa Nova, and she had like 20,000.
I remember Lisa Nova.
Remember her?
Yeah.
Dude, she had 20,000 subscribers, and I was
It was
like,
out of control.
oh my gosh,
Yeah.
20,000 people. Because this is before, like, this is MySpace was around,
Yeah.
but like people legitimately only had really 8 friends for their top 8.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
you didn't see.
I
anybody. It
learned,
was-
in
Boys Tom.
2007,
Yeah.
I used YouTube to learn to play the talk box.
yeah.
Yeah.
The talk box. What is that? That's
The
what is
thing
that?
that you put in your mouth and you sound like Roger and Zach.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Yeah,
California Love.
Right.
Yeah. It's interesting to see how much YouTube has changed over the course of the years and how kind of like diluted and saturated
Yes.
it's got, because everybody wants to be a influencer,
Creators
content
are
creator.
underappreciated now.
Dude.
Good creators. Like original creators.
Yes.
That's the problem, because
original creators are because
And
you have the story time YouTubers now. That's a whole category where someone sits in front of a camera and makes up some bullshit ass story that supposedly is so insane.
Yeah.
Kids opening box stuff. Back in the day, you had like AVGN. Who was the dude that would stand up and do the news? He'd just do the fell clips.
Philip DeFranco?
Ray William Johnson.
yeah, right,
Damn,
yeah.
he was like
Equals 3.
the biggest.
Yeah.
at
Equals
that
3.
time.
Yeah.
show.
Holy shit.
And that was like
Yeah.
1 million subs max, and he was like king.
He was
of
it
YouTube.
was right before ridiculousness.
So that's what we need to do, because he just made a good thing. He has a tagline. I always like that. Ray William Johnson, we need to do like a hook, like a McDonald's hook at the end of a video. It's like a little catchphrase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, like
It's-
Magic Hugs. Anybody ever watch Magic Hugs?
No, I haven't heard
Really?
that. Magic Hugs.
You've never seen the
I
hot,
have.
the hot dog video?
That's literally
That kind of sounds familiar, but I don't think I've seen that.
throw some fucking sauce on that hot dog.
My dad left for smokes and never came home. I love a hot dog.
Well, here's a question for you, dude, because it's so bizarre to me, because there are very few, it seems, original content creators, because you do music and you do vlogs, but you're also a personality and you're a comedian, entrepreneur, and it's really cool to see. But
You
there's
forgot about his Broadway days.
Broadway days.
Broadway days.
Don't forget about my
number
Broadway
2 in
days.
comedy. Just kidding.
Can we call this episode Broadway Daves?
Yeah.
unsuccessful Macaulay Culkin.
Ladies.
But now there's so much. It's like the formatted structure of a lot of the social media platforms are giving the ability for people that have zero talent to become hyper famous, like TikTok. And I'm not discrediting it, because if there's a want for it and you're capitalizing on that, good
Yeah.
to go. But it's interesting, right? All of that is created for them, and then they're merely the face
Yeah.
of it. So it's
I mean,
going more to a vanity.
People like to just be like, oh my gosh, you're on TikTok or stuff. But those type of platforms do bring out talent, but it's the people that are like, oh, I know I can do this. Like they put the work in to like get the right thumbnail, to get the right it's clickbaity to an extent, but it's all about the drama, and people like to click on drama, and that's where it gets cancerous.
You are. You're like if Macaulay Culkin did Alabama.
Yeah. Here we go.
dude, that's what I've been seeing now. I don't want to go on a rant here, but just a little criticism.
Little criticism.
What I've been seeing lately, I don't know if you guys have been catching this, but it's like all these YouTubers and influencers that do like the really stupid skits, a lot of the LA-based people, and I'm not discrediting them, but now they're coming out with all this stuff like, I have depression, and they
my
have like these
God.
like crying videos, and like I fucking know 85% of these cock holsters are literally creating a fucking mental fucking psychological issue for themselves to like thwart their fucking not thwart, but like engage their audience to participate in like the victimhood of that bullshit. And it drives me insane, because it's like, I have OCD. You don't know what it's like to live.
You don't know what
and
it's
you're
like
just
to live with OCD.
Shut the fuck up,
fuck up.
because now you're influencing these fucking kids to think something's wrong with them, and it's just like that's not how we should be
You're
educating
giving
youth.
and you're giving everybody in the comments, because I say the comments, but your audience, who you're watching, you're like, look at me, yeah, give me more attention, comment, I need you to comment. So it's like, oh, man, I remember, I'm not gonna point any names, but I remember a few YouTubers who, while making their videos, the whole time are like, I'm just dealing with my problem, and they never address what it is. They never address what it
Yeah,
is,
they
but,
just
but
make
it's
it
always
vague.
underlying. Like it's
Those
like,
are the
I got
same
an issue.
motherfuckers that post. I fucking hate it. The selfie in a hospital bed, and they go like
God.
bad times, and you're like,
Yeah.
hey motherfucker, how about all the people that care about you say, I had my appendix out, I'm gonna be okay, so people aren't fucking worrying about you.
Well,
you
this
fucking
brings up a
fuckstick.
valid
Facebook
a
post.
point
Yeah.
that I wanted to talk about the next time I saw you guys is because I saw this yesterday. People, were arguing on Facebook about masks or something, and some woman that was high up in the probably an E7 or above in the army chimes in about well, I have to deal with all these new soldiers that have PTSD and depression after having to move bodies and stuff like that, and I'm kind of like, okay, wait, or she was saying medical professionals that had to transport all these bodies and stuff. Well, that's your job. Like you gonna deal with death if you're so now we're just waiting to get a fucking a disorder or something. It's like we're the first time we have to do the job that we signed up for. Now I'm gonna turn around and walk away and say, oh, I can't do this anymore. I have PTSD and depression.
Well, I think
but that's what you're. Then who the fuck's gonna do this shit?
Well, I think that's in part problem with a lot of these large influencers that are making it hyper acceptable to be a victim, right? You should be you signed up for the job. If you have legitimate issues, I had to deal with one last night that called me, and I fucking spent almost an hour on the phone call. And that's fine. If it's a legitimate issue, then you have family and a support system that will work you through it. But when you're just fucking influencing people to be little fucking bitch victims, life sucks, dude. Yeah. It fucking sucks.
It's not all
40% of people get fucking cancer. Guess what? Life sucks.
Listen,
but we're just trying to fucking chip away every day and live it to the fullest,
life is
man.
a fucking struggle.
Yeah.
For your 1 hour of peace or good sex or time in the pool with liquor, everything else you're working up for that 1 hour.
And I think that this needs to be said too, is that when you have let's just hypothetically say it's a YouTuber. Oh, no. Hold on. Wait.
Oh, God. Outlaw's making fun of her zins. He already talked shit.
I can't
get you some of that.
Outlaw. Official dip from Outlaw Jared.
Let me get some.
Dude, you got your own
I'll show
dip.
you.
That's fucking cool.
But let me get this point out for real. For real though. When you get a lot of people, let's just hypothetically say it's a big YouTuber, and they're constantly doing just BS drama, making stuff up for views. It's working, right? It's a platform that works. Everybody already knows the drama stuff, the clickbaity stuff. It works, right?
Oh, yeah.
So people are going to do it. People are just going to go in there and do it. And you can make fun of them and be like, oh my gosh, that guy, don't watch that dude or whatever. But you also got to look at the other end on who's watching it. And you got to be like, okay, I think a bigger issue is people are actually watching it and they're enjoying it, or they're feeding into it.
They're influenced by it.
And a lot of people are like, oh, I don't want you to influence these people. I think you shouldn't be influenced by anything. You need to make your own decisions. Whether you're 12 years old and you're still living with your parents, the parents need to be like, hey, stop watching that. Or, there needs to be some type of
accountability,
vindication, where you need to make your own decisions at some point, because it's always going to be there. It's never going to go away. We could complain about it all day and it's like, oh, well, it's, I hate that people do that. I can't stand people that do this. But yes, it is bad, but there needs to be some vindication where people need to just make their own decisions sometimes, because it's it's been going on for so long with this cancerous vibe on the internet that I feel like I think people know better by now. Well, and with kids, it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
But when you're getting up towards that age, you can start making your own decisions. And I feel like there's a lot of idiots out there.
Well, that's
why
it's
not going to change.
Like iDubbbz, he just calls people out when he does. Have you seen iDubbbz?
Yeah.
Content Cop is one of the best series.
That's exactly what I'm thinking of when he's saying this. Is the Tana Mongeau one? She's like, I almost got raped. I got banged by a toothbrush. What the fuck is this?
Yeah, and he just calls her out, and then he videotapes everything. This is your influencer. This is what happens when you just listen to one side of the story, and you get to see him just utterly destroy her. She lost 2 million
subscribers
from that one video, 2 million subs. But what sucks is it's the internet, so you have a week of recourse, and then it's right back.
And what
so
I was just
I forgot about it.
And what I just talked about is the people that are with the thousands of comments that are like, oh, but I agree with everything you say, but this point is who cares at this point? You're watching somebody on the freaking internet. There's still real life out there.
Yeah.
I feel like people live on the internet too much.
Yeah.
Especially during these times. I think people need to slow it down a little bit. And hey, we're all on the internet, so I don't want you to like stop watching our shit.
But like we'll be hypocrites right here if you could just like keep watching Outlaw, Black Rifle, and
we
Mad.
put
Download the
things
new
out at a moderate level.
Well, ours are usually, I mean, the
over-publishing.
podcasts, right? This is an interesting forum because we go on rants sometimes, but at the end of the day, like it's voluntarily watched and it's just usually 4 dudes sitting around talking shit.
Right.
And this is like a great way for us to communicate once a week and sit down under a structured hour.
Yeah.
So it's actually really nice. But yeah, like it's very interesting to see some of the content that's out there. And the clickbaits are running the world at this point for sure.
Yeah, it's YouTube kind of like actual YouTube. They've kind of done some things to help the clickbait stuff a little bit, I think. But
I think what we're facing right now is, we've had different kind of eras, like you just talked about. 2007 to 2013 was an era where there were like 10 to 15 creators out there that shined, that all of us watched. Right. Freddie Wong, Epic Mealtime, Whitest Kids You Know.
Yes.
Like, it was like everybody was just appreciative. Dude, these guys got it.
Creators.
Yeah, they got
like
they got a show.
Like when Freddie Wong and Corridor Digital and all those guys got together, it was like, oh my God,
they're going to do something together. Yeah. There was this appreciation level. Then from 2014 to about 18, you kind of had this lull period where like Facebook has become culture now. It's embedded in your life, everybody's life. And like,
not mine.
I think that period after we kind of celebrated the internet for giving us something other than network television, like where, we got to see the talent that existed in the country. Now you had all these people that never had aspirations or dreams to be content people started feeling left out because they didn't get the engagement on their social media like other people did.
Yeah.
And they're seeing, our friends are seeing us, get 1,000 comments on something. They're like, well, when I post something, I get 1. Like, and this becomes an addiction.
Yeah.
And now this outrage culture and this I'm offended culture and this I'm gonna fucking be on this side so you argue with me is all a byproduct of I want attention on social media.
I need more likes. That's why Instagram, I didn't realize they did that, getting rid of the likes thing. And it's based off the individual. If you're like a low following or anything like that, that's how you just can't see people likes. So you don't have that competition. That's what Instagram did to compete or to combat that. Yeah. You literally can't see anything on
How do you do that?
We won't have it because we're all higher, but it's individuals that are like, guessing 10,000 or lower.
You can't see their stuff?
You can't see their likes or anything like
really?
that.
Shit.
Yeah. And I was like, what the hell is this?
That's weird.
Yeah, I was looking up on Buddy's account. I was like, why can't you see how many likes they get on their engagement? Oh, no.
That's weird.
Oh.
I think it was beta tested though, because
it was
for a week, my account got rid of views and only showed me likes.
Yeah.
And then it flipped back
out.
Yeah.
Mine now doesn't show likes. It shows me my likes, but I see like
no one else's?
No, I won't see anybody else's likes.
See, that's what they did. So you're not competing with the other individuals. So Instagram put that in place with certain people. So
you guys can still see likes?
I can see yours. I can see his.
Really?
Matt's, everyone else's. Yeah.
What? Maybe this is why I can't get verified.
Let me see. Let me see your phone.
Is that real? You can't see likes?
Yeah, look.
Okay. Dave is saying it's a slow
so
rollout.
like
You're not on mic,
I can
right?
click, but it just says and others. It doesn't say the number.
Yeah, see?
Oh, and others.
Oh, let me see this. I gotta see this.
Oh, liked by friends and then
It'll show
others.
me like who liked it.
Yeah, see, it does that now.
I want to see.
Thousands of others.
You should like that photo.
Yeah.
See, that's crazy.
That's how it normally is.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's what I have.
Wow.
And when I log on to, because I've got a couple other accounts.
That's crazy.
When I log on to another account, it still has it.
Yeah, so it's
weird.
base by base, I think, where they just roll it out and they're like, no, you don't have to
Super
compete
weird.
anymore. Don't worry about how many likes they
Well,
have.
it makes me feel bad now because you said people that have less than 10,000 followers only have that. But
It's probably because they look at you as like a hillbilly, you know? And so we
Listen,
don't,
I'm
don't
still
like
the
that.
only one not verified here. I'm a little salty about it.
yeah.
Apparently, I got to make 8 movies to get a fucking blue check mark.
Yeah.
7 wasn't enough.
Nope. Yep.
Remember that text? Jared was like, "Why the fuck do you have a blue check?"
Remember
now?
how we were just talking about competition and it shouldn't matter whether you have a blue check mark
don't
or not. It's
care.
about the content you produce and the people influence in a
It's
positive
about the
manner. Jared.
DMs to women. And the little thing that does for me.
I know, right? How come they came out with this verified and big number thing after I was married? You know, it would have been real easy to sneak in that top.
Well,
top
it's like
requested.
if you're verified, you don't go to the other folder.
No.
Oh, you don't?
No, that's what the big thing for me, just business development wise, because I hit up a lot of people like you on Instagram,
Right.
but it takes like months. Like Froggy Fresh finally got back to me after a year of trying to get.
Yeah, I
get
had
in
some
contact
people
with
like
him.
that were verified that would message me and it would just never show up, and I never go on my others, like 99 plus others or whatever you click.
Yeah.
I
that.
answered all of mine.
Do you really? I feel like you do.
You
I
always
don't.
do.
I don't. You
Jared,
answer
do
all
you?
of your Instagram
My
DMs.
DMs are always cleared.
That's a lot of.
That's
wow.
no way.
wow, dedication.
I always clear the red because I got to clear the red, but
I don't have a request.
What?
wow.
Wow.
Just shove
That's
it in
a
my
lot of
face.
like girls in those DMs.
Dude, is that
Jared.
my mom?
Did you just say there was a lot of girls in my DMs?
yeah.
Shh, come on, there's cameras.
Just repeated it. He repeated it.
A lot of them girls watch the show. They're gonna be like,
Say it
"Oh,
louder."
who are the other ones? I don't know."
Jared, you've told them.
Go
Let's be
ask your
honest.
hose. Go ask your hose why I'm mad, and then it's me in the locker room with all of them. All right, why is she mad?
Yeah, I've been cockblocking you for a lot of years, so
Oh, have you?
that's good. You got a good drunk story for us?
A good drug story?
Yeah.
Mm.
You ever
like
get
you've done
drunk and get a Waffle House waitress pregnant?
Did you say drug or drunk?
In Missouri?
Oh, well, I got a good drug story too.
Whatever you want to tell,
We'll
brother.
stick with the drunk one for this one.
yeah,
The drug or drunk? I can't
Drunk.
hear you. Oh, drunk. Okay.
with a K.
I've had a couple ear surgeries. Can't hear very well. Oh, fuck it. I'm telling the drug story. So anyways, there's these magical plants out there, and they're beautiful. The first time I ever ate. Can I tell this?
You can say whatever you want.
Okay. The first
It
time.
was in Colorado, right? It's legal.
Yeah, it is. It's decriminalized now.
Yeah,
For
It's
real.
a plant. It,
is.
grows
It
off
is.
earth. So the first time I tried heroin,
I mean, I could tell that one too. Yeah, whatever.
I just realized if you hook a garden hose up to your tailpipe and you breathe it for about 26 seconds, like it doesn't kill
It's
you.
like 23, but whatever. Yeah.
Don't do that, kids. Don't do that. That's how you die from asphyxiation.
Yeah. There's a lot of good drunk stories, but I mean, the best story there is. I think when you do mushrooms, I think you need to be with the right people, and you need to do it in the right time in their life as well.
Yeah,
I would
you
suggest-
will get if you do mushrooms with somebody that is gonna pit you essentially.
Yeah.
That's bad juju.
Yeah, it was a great time. Had to babysit while I was.
No.
It's the
I'll
worst.
tell you this.
It's the worst.
I'll tell you this though.
Yeah.
When
Worst
immediately,
babysitter ever.
about an hour in, I go outside and I'm looking up at the sky, and it was the most beautiful experience of my life. I looked up at the stars, and I just started bawling my eyes out. I was like, dude, the stars were talking to me.
Yeah. It's funny.
They were just like, oh, you're such a good person. Oh, when you did this, it was so great. And I was like, how did you know? Oh my gosh, you remember when I did that? I mean, it was insane.
One time I watched
So-
Titanic, and the next night did mushrooms, and my house went to about a 60-degree decline for like
just
4
heard-
hours.
Yeah. So
I haven't
great.
done drugs in my life, so I can't. I was always the DD when friends did dumb shit.
I don't think it's dumb. By
So
any means,
yes,
if
when
you're
you
in your
say the
house,
stars
but-
are talking to you, this is real.
Yeah, it was real. And then I went inside, and I remember, those little like Bluetooth speakers that they have just like when they're charging, they have a little light on the top, just like tiny light. And I just zoned in on that light and went on a roller coaster ride for like 3 hours.
On a
It was
light.
great. Yeah.
I wish I was a fly in the wall to see you there, just going.
I wish I was the
I
children.
mean, no,
being
you
watched.
if you fix it like
stared
looking
at
at
a
that
light for
wall
3
right there,
hours.
Oh, yeah.
If you fix on something like that has texture and photo, like
Yeah.
you're done for
Oh, yeah, you're
3
done.
hours.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yep.
this is the coolest shit in the
It's
world.
crazy. I mean, yeah, I think it's a great thing.
That one right there, that would be a good picture to just
yes.
look at.
Yes.
Crispy, majestic
Crispy.
as fuck.
Yeah, crispy.
Yeah, bud.
What about you? You got a good drunk story?
Yes. So this is the great diner fiasco of 2007.
Your position just got real weird. Did you see
know.
that? He took a power position, dude.
Okay, so a bunch of us from the 14th ASOS were up in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
That's a great place.
And we were leaving the bar in a van,
Okay.
the big duty van. And we're like, it's like 2:30 in the morning, and it's like, we're going to this diner. We're going to this diner. Well, me and my buddy named STD, no relation.
Is that his nickname, STD?
STD, yeah.
Did he get a lot of STDs?
What's
Or
his call sign? No, his last name was Statterman, so we just called him STD. We were in the front of the van, and we knew that like all 16 of us hammered are going to order. It was going to take hours for us to get stuff. So him and I jump out of the van like the second it stops, and we run in this diner, and we run around like where the front part is, and we sit in the back, and there's a table with just 2 chairs, and we're facing each other. And he grabs like a salt packet, and he just throws it at my head, and it bounces down like this. And I grabbed a glass bottle of ketchup and just hit him in the head. Broke it. What? Ketchup went everywhere. He grabbed a potted plant and started beating me with it. So now there's dirt and fucking this table flips over. All the fucking napkins spill everywhere. There's ketchup all over the place. His head wasn't bleeding. It was just ketchup all over him. And then
Thank God.
And then him and I just stand the chairs back up. Table is gone. There is dirt all over us. Like this whole fucking back half of this diner is fucked up. And we're just sitting there like this with our menus. And the waiter comes back. He's like, what the fuck happened back here? I just go, I don't know, man. These 2 guys came back here and fucked all this shit up. We're just trying to order some pancakes. And he's like, I'm calling the cops. So as we run out of the diner, the guys had already saw what happened and left. So me and Statterman are running. We run across the street. And there's a car pulling into the McDonald's parking lot, and we just get in the back. And it's this like actually a really good looking chick. And we're like, don't scream. We'll buy your lunch or dinner or whatever midnight this fucking thing is. We just need to hide because we just fucked up that diner across the street. She's like, what'd you guys do? I go, we kind of got in a ketchup and a plant fight. And she starts laughing. So we order food. She parks. We sit for a little while, see the cops pull up to the diner, and then we like, it kind of sunk in that this was our first night in Harrisburg, and neither Statterman nor I knew what hotel we were staying at. So we were like, well, we don't know what hotel we're at, but across the street, there's this big rock wall. And she goes, I'm staying at that hotel. We're like, holy shit. So she drives us back. And as we park, the like internal light comes on and she sees Statterman or STD's beautiful eyes. And she's like, man, you're really cute. You want to come hang out with me? I have a bottle of wine in my room.
Wow.
Statterman went home with her.
What'd you do?
Poor Jared.
I went back to my room. Now, at the time,
Wash the ketchup out
there
of your
is
hair?
somebody else. Now, something else is happening as I'm getting out of the car, too. Somebody we know, that you guys know, is hurling a rock at the sliding glass door because we had met this girl earlier that was staying in that room. Her name was Stephanie or something. And he's just like, Stephanie, wake up! And throwing this rock at this door. I'm like, well, everybody's pretty fucked up tonight. I'm going to my room.
Holy shit.
Good Lord.
That was, yeah.
That was the easiest lay that dude's ever had.
I know. Fucking McDonald's drive-through while we were fugitives?
That's every night at Waffle House.
But, yeah.
Jared over here.
I've been notorious for getting into random people's cars at Ubers. You've seen me do that lots.
Oh, yeah, you have done that.
I've done that a lot. It's always funny. It's like, can I jump in? They're like, sure. Just jump in the back. Where are we going? Because then you have another Uber ride. You're always good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun times.
It's funny.
Yeah.
I have no good drunk stories.
You're a fucking liar.
I actually got a good Uber story.
Do you?
Yeah,
Let's go there.
It has to do with drugs, actually. So,
We're not forgetting that I know one that he's forgetting.
yeah, we know that when we get to that one. I'm in Missouri hunting.
What's that? Missouri hunting.
I'm in Missouri hunting.
Okay.
Okay. And while we're hunting in Missouri, truck breaks down. Battery's dead, something like that. So I call an Uber I have service out on the road. I walk out on the road. I call to go get jumper cables or something, or see if the Uber driver has it. I don't have AAA at this time. This is a while back. I didn't even know what AAA was.
I thought they just
AAA was like
batteries.
baseball or something. I don't
I
know.
still don't know what AAA is.
And I get in and I'm like, yeah, just take me to there's a gas station down the road. I knew where it was because I had been going to this same stand for a couple days. Dude, the car, I jumped in the back and the car smelled a little weird. I don't know what the hell it smelled like, but I was like, it smells weird and it was kind of smoky.
Bad fish with mayonnaise.
Yeah. It was a weird, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it, right? And it was a little junky car. You know how sometimes you're in like a weird place and the Uber is like a,
Oh yeah.
it's like a junky
It's not
car.
up to par.
Yeah.
They still
Well,
have
this
like
one,
5
this
right
guy
now.
did not have waters in his backseat for you. Like, you know how you jump in an Uber and then they got the tissues and the water?
Yeah, they got like
This guy actually
little candy up there
this
with
guy
the
actually
charging
used
stations.
his cigarette lighter.
This guy, yeah.
There's some cigarette butts back there if you want to smoke one
Yep.
real quick.
And
Oh.
and it's about it's only like 5 miles to the place, and I'm, sometimes you get in an Uber, you don't even talk to the dude. And I'm like, what is that smell? I'm like, you got something burning on your car? And he's like, no, man, no. He just kept saying no. And I was like, what the hell is that smell? It just smelled weird. And I could see there was a little bit of smokiness. It's like, oh, maybe it's just, he's smoking like a weird cigarette or something, or a cigar that smells weird. It was meth.
I was
Oh
about
my
to say,
God.
I was like, I know where this story's going.
Oh my god!
So I didn't know what it was. And
I would not know what meth smells like.
no,
No.
not
And,
the slightest. I've never even seen it in real life.
yeah. And I go back, I go to the gas station, and it's super small town. Like, this is middle of nowhere. Like, what is it, Western Missouri? Yeah, Western Missouri on the Kansas border. And I go in there, and the lady at the gas station was like, you don't be hanging out with that guy. And I'm like, what?
When the lady at the
That's
gas
it.
station
That's it.
Yeah, the gas
He's a-
station
Jared, it
attendant.
is
Like,
time
he's
to
a-
make better
Yeah.
life choices.
Like, I was surprised I even got an Uber, but I was like, let me just see. And she's like, he's a meth head. There's a lot of them around here. So
Is
I
that
was like, that's what meth smells like.
Oh, okay.
Now I know what meth smells like.
Now you know what meth smells like.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hopefully you didn't get a contact
Your
high.
Broadway days.
I might have. I don't know.
Oh god, that shit's
You.
trash. No,
Yes.
no. I'll tell a good drunk story.
You
Just do
were
it.
hammered, and we were all in a Suburban, and you had a casual one with us.
You were on a Suburban, or you were
No,
in a
we were
Suburban?
in a Suburban.
Okay.
And you wanted to get fresh, but we were all in the Suburban, I guess, cramping your game, and we were far away from the hotel. So you just told us to pull up to a dumpster, where you guys proceeded to go over to the dumpster, and we tried to be polite and even turn the lights off, and then you told us to turn the lights back on.
I don't know if this is how this went
This
down.
is exactly how this went down.
I don't think that's how it went
He was
down.
there.
What?
Yeah, he doesn't know.
Or maybe he wasn't there. I don't remember who was there.
I'm a
Nikki
little
was with
confused.
us.
I just like it's like you guys are cramping my style. Hey, pull up to that dumpster right
Let me get that
This
dumpster.
is gonna set the mood
I mean,
real good.
It was suave. It was suave as shit. He was like, "You ever had a dumpster bang?" She's like, "No."
Only girls would look at Matt with that smile after being asked that question.
I said yes to whatever.
Was this in Missouri?
No, this was,
That's a Vegas story. For
Yeah,
years
that's
and years
Vegas.
ago.
That's
Oh, yeah, that
Vegas.
makes sense. Yeah.
But it was just hygienic because you had the dumpster there. It was very eco-friendly because the trash was right there for
I'm
the
not
safe
knocking
sex
it.
measures.
We were trying to.
Kill two birds with one
Yeah,
stone.
Yeah,
we were
yeah.
trying to give you privacy, but you demanded that this be a show.
Listen, as Outlaw knows, when you're on Broadway, you got to turn the headlights on. Okay,
Those lights on him.
Come on, center stage. Let's go. I actually have a funny story. I don't think I've ever told on the podcast.
Oh,
a good drunken
this
one.
is
No, it's all from the military days, man. I get this distressed call from one of my privates, and I was a E5 and a team leader at the time. And he calls me, and it's like 1:30 in the morning. I'm like, what the fuck is my private? Because I always told my dudes, I was like, I'm sure you guys as team leaders were like, hey, if you ever need shit, just call me. We'll sort it. And he's like, hey, Sergeant, there's these guys giving us gang signs on, what was the highway from Seattle to Tacoma? Five, yeah. And they're driving back. He's like, I don't know what to do. There's 4 of them in the vehicle, and there's only 2 of us, and they're following us. And I was like, okay, well, you know where my fucking house is. And he's like, yeah, Roger, Sergeant. We were having a ranger party at the house. And oh man, it was golden because they're like probably, I don't know, 19, 20-year-old, like kind of gangbanger kids that were whatever, thinking they were cool, trying to beat some other kids up. But we initiated essentially a linear ambush. So we all hid behind all of our vehicles. And I was like, hey, call me when you're 5 minutes out and then let us know and just stop and get out of the car. And so I see headlights coming in, and I see the other headlights behind them. They pull right in front of my house, and we're all in the prone position, hiding behind our cars. this dude that is psycho, that was one of my team leaders, has like a fucking boulder. He was like a 270-pound Samoan. He was insane. He just punched everybody in the face in bars. He was crazy. I mean, I love him, but he's crazy. And there was, I think, about 6, 7 of us Rangers there, and we're all in the prone. The fucking cars stop. The other dude's cars stop. 4 of the dudes get up, and they're like, pulling up their pants, like, let's go. And we just jump up with rocks and start fucking throwing them out there. And then look at their faces. They're like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
I broke the back windshield, kicked off the front. I mean, it was an aggressive day, and they fucking peel off, and we're hitting the car with everything we can. So we won that battle.
Maybe not bring them to your house next time.
No, you're completely right, because
Go to the neighbors.
2 days later, they came back and cut all the tires and all the trucks outside of my house. Luckily, I was the one truck because I had a really shitty Tacoma, and they must have thought that an Army guy didn't have that vehicle, but they cut all my friends' tires, popped them all.
God.
Yeah, so it was a solid day. Don't fuck with the Ranger and his team. We'll break your shit.
Unless they're not home.
What about you, Eli? You got anything fun?
I have no drunk stories.
Lies.
Jared's just making sure.
You have all the stories tonight?
Yes. No, I know
Well, it's
your
funny 'cause
stories. I wasn't in town for this one.
It's funny because it's a drunk story, and it's like you usually don't remember.
I had a side piece that needed a place to stay for a night, and I told her that she could go to your house. You got hammered and had sex with her.
Oh boy.
Yes, you did.
What's up with this? He's bringing up all the shit that hurt his feelings.
Me and Matt are having a good. Why would you send a fucking lamb into a lion's den in the first
that
place?
is true. It was a lion's den.
mean,
You're like, hey, I just go to this house.
I remember that night vividly, and I'll say this: it's a little edgy, but whatever. I made a joke, and I remember that girl was there, and I was just like, I bet you'd probably want 2 dudes at the same time. And she looked at Eli, and I went like this, and just shot a thing of whiskey. And I looked at Eli, and I was like, I will be going to bed now. And I went upstairs and locked my room, and I was like, nope, not about to do that. And then,
Then
you know what?
two consenting adults had fun.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, she was very gorgeous.
Yeah, that was all of us complimented you on that.
Yeah,
that was always.
That's why you don't
joke.
bring 8s around us, because
Yeah, see.
well, back in the single days,
This is back when I had to throttle back.
Right. Jared had this thing all the time. He goes, I only date 6s because that way Matt won't steal them.
That's good.
But now I'm off the mark, and he hangs out with all these beautiful ladies once in a while. That one you're talking to, the one.
There's a beautiful one. Yeah.
What's her name?
I don't know.
She's out there somewhere.
Yeah, she's out there somewhere.
Yeah.
At the beach.
In Missouri.
She's at the beach.
In Missouri.
All right, well, back to Outlaw. So what do you got? Like, I know I hate this question sometimes when I get interviewed, because people are like, what's next for you? So you've done Broadway, specifically Almost Got the Simba.
Almost got the Simba. We need to make him that shirt.
Almost Got the Simba.
Almost got the Simba.
That actually needs to be a song.
It does. Yeah.
Almost got the Simba.
I'm thinking about this musical still.
Yeah.
But so you've done film, you've done music videos, you've done satire content, you've done vlogs, you did Broadway, Almost Simba, and but where do you think this is going to go? Do you have aspirations to create another film? Do you want to grow is the dip business the only one you have?
I got a few, but yeah, the dip business is like my main baby.
What's it called?
Outlaw.
Just Outlaw straight
Outlaw
up.
dip. Yep. OutlawDip.com. Check it out. It's a completely tobacco-free dip.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
Wait, what?
Tobacco-free. Yeah.
No shit.
But there is nicotine.
Oh, that's what you're saying, because you're saying the Zin was trash because there's no tobacco in this. Oh, so it's just nicotine.
Yeah. I mean, you're just dipping my straight.
No shit. I'll try that after this. I hate tobacco, so I refuse. Like,
oh yeah, it's no
like
tobacco.
Cigarettes. I'm allergic to. I'm the only thing I'm allergic to is cigarettes.
I mean,
Missed a good chicken 69 going on over there.
Boy.
That rooster just got done.
Dude, them chickens, like, they like you, man. I got out my truck and they like, hey, what's up, bud?
They talk to you?
Yeah.
You're wearing camouflage. They know you got food.
All right, where are the
They didn't really talk
mushrooms?
to me.
Hand them over. It's illegal in the state.
That's why you stared for 3 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. But, yeah, it's completely tobacco-free.
That's epic.
We just kind of went and, tobacco business is a weird business.
What is the product then that's just?
tell you.
Oh, so that's like a proprietary thing
Yeah.
you guys done
Yeah.
to map.
Yeah.
Is it like very similar to the tobacco dip experience?
we went and basically sourced the world, because a lot of the companies that you see that make an actual like loose leaf stuff, it's corn silk and it's mint leaf, and they like to flavor mint leaf, but it still tastes like mint. Then they use corn silk, which just feels disgusting in your lip.
Interesting.
So I think we got it figured out pretty good. So
No shit.
I've been working on that, and then a couple other investments and stuff like that I'm in. But I think as far as entertainment goes, I just
The play.
The
Play's next.
I kind of just keep doing what I feel like,
I love that answer because that's literally what we all say. Because Eli and Jared and all of us were the main driving force with the other guys behind Black Rifle content. Jared does his own content. We do my own content. And it's like when people are like, what's next? I'm like, I don't know. Because sometimes I'll just wake up on a fucking Tuesday and we'll be like, let's
Start
make a movie.
Massive project.
Yeah, like
Literally how it goes.
let's just make a whole fucking film.
I think in being like an entertainer, it's not just being a singer. It's not just being a YouTuber. It's not just being, a Broadway musical dude. It's kind of like you can do it all. You know what I mean? And it's like some days you feel like, okay, I want to do a song. Some days I feel like I want to make a sketch comedy. Some days I want to do a movie.
Yeah.
It's like I got this great idea. I'm going to write a script or, something like that. So I think that's what I'm interested in. I just do what I feel like doing because if I see a lot of people, especially in what we do, that like they know what works.
Right.
But they're miserable. They're like, oh yeah, just keep going, just keep grinding. It works, but if you want to have fun, it's
That's
hard
why
to do
I
both
think
at the same time.
People have asked us about that because we're very unstructured. I mean, I'll go 3-4 weeks without an Instagram post because I'm like nothing. I'm just boring as fuck because I sit in my office. But then sometimes I'll post every day for a week. It's just like however I'm feeling. And I think that's what keeps this entertaining and fun rather than going, okay, I can make X amount of dollars if I did a vlog every single day. But I'd be fucking miserable personally if I did that. And I have no aspirations to do that. So it's like,
but it's also like if you're under these time constraints, I've been thinking about this the last 2 weeks. I wanted to try that format, but it was kind of like I'm not doing very many things that are interesting right now, so I'll just save that for then. Like if you're putting yourself under this weekly thing, what are you filling the camera with at that point? Of hey,
like right now, I'm filming. I'm uploading almost every day now.
holy shit.
Oh.
But that's because
You're on the road.
I'm on the road and I'm doing a bunch of different stuff every day, and it's stuff I like to do. So I'm a big outdoors guy, so I like to hunt and fish and do a bunch of stuff
I
like that.
can't believe you do that. Those poor animals.
Yeah, apologize. What are you talking about? But
There's like 9 mounts in my house.
But hey, I mean my freezer's full, and but I just do whatever I feel like doing, and I like filming it at the same time. So I do that, but like on my main channel, because I have 2 different channels, but on like my main stuff, like that's whenever I'm kind of just like, well, when I wake up, what I feel like doing.
When you're inspired.
Like I feel like doing an album today. Okay, I feel like writing this song. Oh, this is a funny idea. I'm gonna write a play today. We're
working
on
on
Broadway.
an album right now.
We are.
A Broadway play or an album?
Just an album.
An album.
Yeah, for now, for this weekend.
Yeah. For this weekend?
Yeah, we'll be done by the end of the weekend.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
It's insane watching these guys, like how fast, like music is not my forte. That's where these dudes like crush. But watching how fast they will produce something, you're like, okay, it's done.
Well, when you're motivated to do
30 minutes.
Well, see, here's the thing. This is a good thing too, is like when we go, when you have motivation to actually make something, and you don't have a giant studio behind you and all this kind of stuff pushing you, okay, we've got to make it like this, and you got to do this, and you got to wear this and all that. I mean, I just released an album like 2 weeks ago, and I wrote it and recorded it and got it out within like 2 weeks.
Yep.
And it's out.
And it's a passion project. So
And
you're
you
like
never
extremely
see-
happy with it.
Yeah,
too.
and you're happy with it. Yeah. So,
I think that's a huge part, and I think in this creative process, and I think something we did very smart early on, because I'm sure you had the same thing, was like the multi-channel networks and how they all wanted to base off ad revenue, but the problem was there was creative control over us, and specifically Jared and I back in the day were like, fuck this, because I'd rather put out one quality piece of content a month rather than slaving over like the expectation of some parent company to tell me what to do. And that's a fun part of it for my job right now, which I've been really blessed is like, creating that home office and studio, investing in myself, is I have the opportunity to do whatever I want. I can go on my computer and work Black Rifle coffee design for 2 weeks straight if I want. Or I can go, hey, Jared, come over, or go to Jared's house because he's got a studio and let's just make music. Or, hey, whip out the cameras, let's write a script. Like
we put out, we were in the pool and just said, hey, instead of sitting in the pool, let's go make 2 songs.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah, literally last week.
Yeah, and they're on the stream now. And like I think the cool part about that, and that's like a suggestion to a lot of people, is invest in yourself, because the only inhibitor is your own creative prowess, right? There's no people that you have to necessarily call other than like contract work to like mix and master vocals. It's all in house. So like when I can't sleep and it's 2 a.m, I'll pull up a fucking rap song I'm working on and just say, fuck it, let's just track vocals for 30 minutes.
And I mean,
have a good
people
time.
want to look at the money side of things.
course.
I look at that too, but not in my creative side of things.
Right.
You know, I don't really like think about monetizing. Okay, well, how can I monetize this the best way possible? It's like, this is what I like to do. This is my platform to push to all my other verticals. And that's what I focus the money on. You know, when you get to the level of like where you can make money doing stuff and you have different verticals where you can push people to. But the soul of it, you know, I don't really care about monetizing that. It's about monetizing my other things and keeping the creativity, you know.
Yeah, we all have to do shit, I think,
At
on
the
a daily.
nucleus.
Yeah, you all have to do shit on a daily basis that you don't want to do. I have to take meetings where I'm like, this is boring, blah, blah, blah. But that creative side of us, I've always tried to like keep that sacred and just say, I'm going to do that when and where I want.
Right.
And then I have to do the stuff, obviously, to pay my mortgage and all the other things. But like, I've never wanted to monetize the YouTube as much, because the YouTubes, again, I said it there, brother.
YouTubes.
But like, I've never focused like, let's just bring in more ad revenue. Like, I give a fuck about ad revenue.
Yeah.
Specifically, we do a lot of gun content. Like 85% of my videos at this point are to monetize. And I'm like, but I want to build a brand. I want to be someone that's in that space and taking a risk. And thankfully, we have a business that you can support behind that, which allows us to do these creative things. Because like, who's going to pay for studio time going out and filming? And then we take all that money from our day jobs and just live frugally and then invest that in ourselves so we can go out and do these projects. And more people, I think, should think that way rather than how do I get the most amount of money right now? Because there's a shelf life on that style of content.
And that brings us full circle to what we just talked about at the beginning.
Broadway days.
Broadway. Simba.
No, not Broadway, guys.
Okay.
Stop bringing up freaking Broadway. Right? Yeah.
Well, that's exciting, man. Well, I think we're about there, dude. Dude, nice sit down and talk with you. We've haven't really
Yeah,
talked.
how can everybody find you?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Just type in Outlaw. It'll be there.
That's it? Just Outlaw.
It's at Jared Outlaw on social media.
1 R.
1 R.
Well, that's the normal
Dude,
way
what's-
to spell
what-
it.
how you
I
spell
told
your
you,
name?
the normal.
Is it RROD or ED?
No, RRED.
Oh,
That's
dang.
jarred. Like, that's an actual word. They just
Yeah.
took a word,
I know.
made it my name.
I'm jarred.
Jarred.
That is true. I
If
never
you,
thought about
if,
that.
if you
Fucking
spell
jump.
Jared the right way, yeah.
I'm Matt with 1 T. I don't know what the fuck
Yeah,
they're thinking.
our parents crossed.
And they always try to come up with something like, I love
Like,
my parents.
they-
My mom's
they could've
beautiful and
given an
amazing.
extra
But
letter
like,
to you and one less to me.
We just knew you were going to be special, so we only gave you 1 T. I'm like, bullshit.
Yeah. Well, you got
Bullshit.
2 ways to spell your name. We've got like 6 different ways to spell our name.
There's an
It's
O. There's a
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a little weird, but it's if you spell it the right way, Jared Outlaw on social media, and then YouTube channel is just Outlaw, and then I've got a second channel, Outlaw Outdoors.
Hell yeah. You make great content, man. It's great.
I appreciate it. You guys too, man.
And I'm excited for a collab together, dude. So it'll be a good
Yeah, that'll
time.
be out soon, man. We're gonna stop competing on
Can
the
you-
charts and just join forces.
Well, a little healthy competition's good.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Especially when I win. So I'm just kidding. And that's when you say you have more YouTube subscribers than me, because you do. So that's totally fine. No, I love the collab stuff going on here. I love that you were down with Demo Matt. Obviously, Demo Matt's family to us, and Donut and all these other guys I work with. I really like, and I want to keep promoting this as far as what all of us are doing in kind of that conservative outdoor space, hunting, fishing space, with Lunker, like everybody just coming together and supporting each other. It's amazing. I think we have to stick together and show that there is a side of life that isn't this fucking bullshit, fucking left crazy crap that's going on. We're a bunch of family men that just love to drink some whiskey, go shoot a deer and make great hamburgers and have a great time together. So thank you for being a part of that, man.
Thank you guys, man. Thanks for having me on.
This was amazing. And there's one final thing I would like everybody to know.
Here it comes.
Here
it comes.
Better hide your girlfriends and hide your wives, because Eli is out there and he's going to scoop them all up.
It was a side piece. He stole a side piece. That's like he ate the broccoli off your plate. Like, you can't be that mad.
I feel like this whole podcast is just done out of jealousy or something.
No, we're all family here, so
Yeah,
that's great. All
we love
right,
you.
man. Thank you so much. Check out Jared Outlaw, and we'll see you next Free Range American. Love you guys.